Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today, finally, we're going to compare some of the Japanese flip phones that I have. Well, some of them are from Korea, some are Samsung and LG, but nonetheless, these are slightly smarter flip phones, and they've been popularized recently. So I thought I would share with you what I have, and I'm also going to be comparing them. Alright, so I don't know where to start, but let's maybe start with one of my favorites. So this one. This is the Kyocera or Kyocera 902KC. And this is such a pretty phone. Like, just look at it. This is the pink one, by the way. It's probably not that obvious because, my lighting is a bit more yellow and it's just not doing it justice. But in person, it actually looks so much better. So it has kind of like a metallic finish. So this is less of a pink and more of a bronze color, I would say. Um, and surprisingly, I don't have a lot of stickers on this one. Well, I used to, but I removed them and I just have this one right now because I thought, the phone is really pretty, so I'm going to try and appreciate that more, just being more plain and simple. So this is she. So this is the side. You get a hole for your charms, and I have this cute Pop Mart charm here. I don't know if this is legit or fake, but if it's fake, it's a pretty good one because, I mean, it's not focusing, but this one just it's really nice. It's good quality. It's not expensive or anything. I'll try to link it down below, but I don't think it will help if you're not in the Philippines. So, and then at the back, I just have this Screen Daddy uh, screen cleaner. You can take this off like that. So there, and then just a cute little dog sticker. Now, on the other side of the phone, you get this button right here, which just turns on the front or sub screen or sub display is what they call it. And if you press on it, it's going to change how it looks like. On this particular phone, there's only two options, so I like to keep it on this one because it has the bigger clock and the date. Right, so opening it, it has some kind of a ring. I think it's cute. Unfortunately, though, I don't know how to change that. I think there's an option to change it via ADB, but I'm just too lazy to search and I don't really mind, so we're stuck with this for now. Okay, so now the problem is I wanted to show you the whole phone, but um, there's only so much that can be shown on the screen because it's kind of long. I don't know how to do this. Do I just do this then? It's kind of weird. Or maybe like this. Okay, I'll go for this. So just showing you the keypad. Again, the lighting here in my room is not doing this justice at all. So I have some cute stickers. Everyone, I mean, all of the phones that I've seen so far, especially on Reddit, they all have this cute little holographic stickers, and I just thought it's really cute and nice. So I also have it here. So this is the keypad. So when it comes to the keypad, I don't know if you can hear it. Let me. So it's on the firmer side, not 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 too firm, wherein it's kind of hard to press, like what you get with, say, for example, the folder, Samsung Folder 2. This one is less hard to press than that, but definitely firm. I don't know if it's because the unit that I got is newish when I got it, and it's still I'm still yet to break this in, but it's pretty firm, good enough distance between the keys. And I know for people they kind of dread typing on like this kind of keypad layout, but I like it and I'm used to it, so I don't really mind. Now, for those people who are curious and want to know, this one does not have touch cursor. So touch cursor is when you use a keypad pretty much to control the cursor. So this one doesn't have that, unfortunately. I don't think I don't think this one or anything later than this model would have it. So you just control the cursor using the D-pad or the arrow keys. But again, I don't really mind that. It's fine. So let's go to the screen. Probably just gonna do it like this. Alright, so mine is pretty clean. I don't have a lot of widgets going on or app shortcuts. I don't like it. For me, the purpose is not to use this as often as I would with my smartphone. So I don't really have shortcuts here. So pressing the middle button would take you to the menu. And a lot of people would have some kind of custom launcher for their phone so that their home screen looks different, and it lets you customize the phone further. For example, you can install themes and yeah, for this I think the more common ones that I've seen are, I think it's called Niagara launcher. There's also one called launcher. Wow, I can't talk. It's been a long day. Okay, so yeah, but I like keeping it stock. So this is what I have. At least thankfully with this particular model, you can at least customize the apps that you have in your drawer. So I have Apple Music. So I'm just gonna open it just to show you it works. And I really like that it works here. Oh yeah, listening to 21. And then yeah, so it really works. I'm not gonna play it to avoid copyright, but Apple Music, I have that. And then of course I have Aurora Store, which serves as my Play Store. And then I have Notepad. I keep finding excuses to use my flip phones, and one of the things that I use them for is for note taking. So it could be like short notes, for example, um, grocery list or to-do list, something like that. And then alarm. Data is kind of like your file folder. File folder. I can't even talk. Okay. So yeah, pictures, movies, music, documents, and all that stuff. I have a calculator, tools, so notepad, flashlights, weather radio, all that stuff. I'm not gonna deep, deep dive into that because this is more of a comparison video rather than a review. And then Messenger, WhatsApp, and all that stuff. So let's go to the About phone just to show you the model. So this is the 902KC and it runs on Android 8.1.0. So it is better compared to, say, for example, what you get with the more popular 601 SH from Sharp. That one only has Android 5. I used to have that, but I sold it, so unfortunately I can't really show you. But it's not bad if it's gonna be a detox phone. You don't really need too much apps on it. So yeah, that's the phone. Now form factor wise, it's pretty much similar all across the other phones that I have. So this is this is what she looks like. And this one I believe this was released back in 2017. And I'm not sure though, was this released 2017? I can't remember. Alright, so I'm back. So this one has again Android 8. You get about 3.4 inches screen. I mean, I can't really tell you much about the DPI just because it doesn't matter. They all look similar. They're not similar to smartphone kind of screens. It's not. But I like this. You control it with a D-pad. And just to show you what it looks like when you're using it with, say for example the cursor. I'm gonna open Webtoon, and I know the screen may look a bit bluer on here on my camera, but it's really not. In person it's not. It's more of a warmer tone. If I can just close this. Hello. Okay, there we go. Wait, I swear it's kind of hard sometimes to just navigate yourself around apps. Okay. Alright, so say for example this one. So I'm currently reading this manhwa. Say, let's go here. So yes, you can see you control the cursor using the D-pad. It doesn't have touch cursor wherein you just use your keypad as sort of like a trackpad. It doesn't have that. There we go. So I'm really happy with this. So that, oops, you have a forced closing. That's what happens when you try to scroll too quickly before things even load. So, oh well, I'm just gonna close it. All right, and then camera. I don't know if people would care about the camera being good or bad. I mean, it's a flip phone. It's not like you're going to be using it to take breathtaking shots, but here you go. So I took that picture. I'm going to show you real quick. It's this one. Not bad at all. Like in a pinch, you can just use it. So again, this is the 902KC from Kyocera. Then the next one is also from Kyocera, which is this. So this is the Kyocera Gratina KYF37. Now, when you look at the form factor, it's actually the same. Different kind of finish. And this has a more flatter, what do you call this, like housing compared to the 902KC, but they're exactly the same size and they look similar, except this one you can see the screen. This one is more of like an invisible sub display, and it's a bit lower down. And if you open it, it's the same size, except the keypad is kind of different. So instead of the squarish D-pad, this one has a circle D-pad, which I prefer. And then for the numpad, it's also a bit smaller, but I like this one better. It's easier to type on. It's just the right amount of clickiness and tactile, and the feel is just nice. I'm gonna let you listen. And obviously, I have it decorated with stickers because, you know, we love stickers in this house. So this is she. By the way, the color of the backlight is also pink. Well, not really pink. It's more of a, it's kind of like a purplish color. You can see. I don't know if you can tell from the camera, but it's kind of pinkish. And that's also really cute. And you know what's strange? I've been using this for the past few days. And what I find is, even though this one has Android 8 and this one has Android 5, so this one is latest, right, compared to this, I feel like, I don't know what AU did, but I feel like this one is faster, it's snappier, and I almost always never get force close apps. It just works better. I don't know, maybe it's just a placebo effect. Maybe I just like it better because it's the newer one in my collection. um, but that's how it feels like. So let me show you so the screen, by the way, the drawer, app drawer, is similar looking with the 902KC, except with this one you can't really customize the apps. So if you remove one of these apps, it's just going to show unknown, so you cannot replace these. So custom key is basically just a shortcut for apps. So I have Twitter, I have Aurora Store, Instagram Lite, Facebook Lite, Messenger, Apple Music, Firefox, and pretty much that's all. I don't really have a lot of apps in here, but let me show you these settings. So by the way, for the settings, pretty much the same, except with this one, I think, I'm not sure. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think it's an AU model, so it's gonna have that. I think that's like a mobile phone company in Japan or something. My dog's going nuts. Come here. All right, so about phone. All right, there we go. So OS version is 5.1.1. So again, you can install apps just like the other phone. So it has this. So let me show you. For example, because this one has Android 5, because some people might be wondering, what's the difference? Why does it matter? Basically, if you have an older version of Android, you will have limited access to apps. So, for example, Discord is no longer supported for Android 5, so you cannot download that. It doesn't even show up here. What you can do is you can probably go on Google and search for APK files. It's basically going to be older version of Discord that still works with Android 5. So for comparison, this is the 902KC. I'm going to show you. I'm going to go to Aurora Store. So search, and I'm going to type Discord. And there we go. So it shows up because it still supports Android 8. So that is the difference, in case you're wondering why it's somewhat important. WhatsApp keeps force closing. I might have to uninstall and reinstall. So again, this is the KYF37 from Kyocera. So here's a look around. Has a key charms. Also has that cute little ring when you close and open. And it also has built-in cursor, and then you also control that using the arrow buttons. Unlike the first two, I keep getting interrupted. Unlike the first two phones, this one's from Sharp. So this is the Sharp AQUOS SH06G, I think. And I think this was released back in 2015, I think. Pretty much has the same size of display, which is roughly around 3.4 inches. And it has Android KitKat, so much older than this. So this one has Android 4.4. So you get even less access to most apps. But again, you can always install the older version that still supports Android 4.4. So let me close this again. So it has a screen just like the other phones that I have, and it also has a button right here. You can click this to change the display. I like to keep this one. And then you also get a hole for your charms. It has infrared, by the way. This one, the 902KC, has infrared as well. It has a camera flash. This one does not have a camera flash. And then this one Also has infrared and camera flash. So you get the button here. And then what I like about this and what most people look for is this one. So this is like the switch or the button. So when you click this, it opens. We see that. While I think it's nice, I don't like how most of the time if your phone has something like this where you click the button to flip it open, it's also kind of hard to close it. I mean, it's not hard obviously, but it takes just a little bit more effort compared to say closing this phone. So there's always going to be some compromise. It's going to be up to you. So again, that. And this is the keypad. So the keypad is super nice. It's much softer. Not really softer, but you don't have to press hard for the keys to register. Is basically what I'm trying to say. And this older model has what people are looking for, which is the touch cruiser. Basically, the entire keypad works as some kind of a trackpad that lets you control the cursor. So let me show you what that looks like. Say we go here. Alright, so there we go. So as you can see, we have a cursor on the screen and I'm controlling that by simply touching and dragging my finger around the keypad. So it works as some kind of like a trackpad, like how you have it on your computer or laptop, for example. So I think this is such a nice feature, and unfortunately, I don't know why. Um, Maybe because they were cutting costs, but unfortunately, they just don't have this anymore in the newer models like this one, which we'll get to in a bit. You still get this feature though when you get the 601 SH from Sharp, and it also has the click to open button. And that one has Android 5. I don't really have it anymore because I sold it. But yeah, so it has this, and I don't think there's much to show you honestly, because basically the software is gonna be similar. It may look a little bit different when it comes to the icons, but other than that, it's really similar. So as you can see, the settings look the same. So you get the wallpaper settings, um, sound settings, wire, Wi-Fi, all that stuff. By the way, this one does not have Wi-Fi, unfortunately, and I think this doesn't even have 3G, or maybe it does. No, wait, it doesn't. Okay, I'm gonna have to put the information below. But this is such an old phone, and I just have this in my collection because it's a nice phone. Like it's squarish. I wish this one came with at least Android 6, you know? Would be nice. The camera is pretty good for an old phone. There we go. And this is more similar to the ones that were released um, early 2000. Wait, I'm trying to show you the keyboard light. There we go. So this is what it looks like if you have it on. So this is the Sharp AQUOS SH06G. Now, this one is also from Sharp, but this is one of the later model. This is the Sharp AQUOS. I don't know if it's AQUOS or AQUOS. I'll put it down below. 8205SH, and this one has Android 10, although that's not the latest obviously, but it's better than getting, say, Android 4. So I have this charm, so you get a hole for the charm. You know, that's the best thing about Japanese flip phones. They just have these keyholes for charms, which is super nice. And then you get the speaker here. There's no flash. There's also I believe this one has infrared, but I don't think it's here, or maybe it doesn't. It's kind of hard to find a lot of information online, to be honest. So I'm sorry. Anyway, it also has a front screen or a front display. So it shows you the time, the dates, all that stuff. And this is what she looks like. I'm gonna open it. It doesn't have the click to open button anymore. So that's gone, unlike this one. So this is them side by side, by the way. Right, so let's open her. And this is the button. So I love the buttons on this one. Like the Kyocera KYF37, the buttons are just perfect. Like, it has the right amount of clickiness, and I really love it. Right, so this is she, and this is the screen, about the same size as the others, 3.4 inches. And let me show you the settings. By the way, I'm sorry, just I don't know why the screen looks weird on okay, so it has Android 10. The last security patch was back in February 2023. And yeah, so this is she. And compared to the other ones, this one has a better camera, which is, you know, obviously it would have a better camera just because it is a newer model. And if you want to hear how it sounds like when you're typing, it's like this. Honestly, I was going to get the white one, but I couldn't find it, so I went with the black. And I'm kind of glad I did. It grew on me, and I'm starting to like it. The stickers look better. They come alive. And overall, really nice phone. To be honest, I know I'm gonna be comparing. I said I'm gonna be comparing the flip phones, but in real life, there's really not much of a difference other than the bands they support, the Android version. What else? That's all really, and like the keypad and all that stuff. But they're all very similar. So it's really up to you. That's why I can't really show you a lot of a difference because they're very similar. They have the same launcher kind of template or settings, and they function the same way. They have about, the same settings, and it really comes down to just what apps it can support. So in this one, I don't really have a lot. I'm sorry, my dog is crying in the background. So, oh, by the way, one thing to note about this phone, it does not have a built-in cursor at all. Like, nothing. There's one when you're using the browser, but that's about it. When you're using apps like, say, Instagram, for example, it doesn't have built-in cursor at all. Like, you have to install it yourself. So what I'm using is called Mativity or Mativity app. And that's what I'm using for cursor control. And to activate that, I have it set to turn on when I press the call button. So this is it. And it's really slow to control, unlike this one, for example. And it can be quite annoying. And you can't even use this to scroll. To scroll, you have to like press the button again, and then you can scroll. And then if you want to go back to the regular D-pad, you have to click this again. So I've gotten used to it, but it's kind of finicky, and I just wish this came out with at least a built-in cursor, but it did not. So there's nothing I can do about that. So let me go back here and then just show you the apps. So Instagram Lite, and then I have Key Mapper. So Key Mapper is what I'm using so that I have some kind of volume control, because one thing about these Japanese flip phones is that they don't really have a volume, they don't have volume buttons at all. So as a workaround, you can install something like this. It doesn't have to be this. I use Click app in this one, for example. So what I did is I set up this button to increase the volume whenever I click it once, like that. And then I set up the long click function to lower the volume. And so far that works for me. Don't really have any problems with it. But just keep that in mind. It doesn't have a built-in cursor. So you need this or something similar. So this is the Mativity app. It's a mouse for Android TV, but it works here. I have Niagara Launcher, WhatsApp, Webtoon. So across all my other Japanese flip phones, the apps I have are pretty much the same. WhatsApp, Messenger, Webtoon, Instagram, Firefox. And then Aurora Store and Apple Music. So again, this is the Sharp AQUOS A205SH. Now, this is just going to be like special mentions because these are not really Japanese. These are Korean flip phones that are older. They're not Android. They're just dumb phones. Just regular feature phones. So this is the Samsung Nori. Alright, sorry about that. My dog just wants attention when I'm doing something. Anyway, so this is the Samsung Nori flip phone. This is from Samsung, and I think this is from 2010. I think somewhere around that time. It also has a key charm hole. You get volume buttons, very nice, and then it charges via micro USB. Oh, by the way, it might be important for some. So KYF37 charges via micro USB. 902KC has USB-C. SH06G has micro USB. A205SH has USB-C. And again, this one has micro USB as well. And then on the other side, you get a camera button. So you press this to take a picture. On the back, nothing much. This does not look like this, in case you're wondering. I lost the cover, but it has like a silver cover. And then it has this really nice, well, it's kind of plasticky. I mean, it is plastic, but it's a silvery style or silvery color, very Y2K. So inside is the same. It's a silvery color, and then the backlight is, in person, it's kind of like light bluish green color. And it's so nice. It's not as nice as my Japanese flip phones, but good enough. I used to enjoy this before. I don't really use this anymore because it's so hard to get a signal. This is like, I think this is 2G. It doesn't support 3G or anything, so most likely it's not going to work where you are. I just wanted to show you, but there's really nothing much to say. It can text, it can call, but maybe not wherever you are. And lastly, I have the LG Lollipop. Unfortunately, I can't really show you the software because I lost the charger. I can't find it. I lost the charger cover, charging port cover. It has the same button here for taking pictures. It has a front camera, volume buttons. This is the camera, but I lost it. I wish I could show you, but it used to light up here which is really nice. And then it even has LED screen at the front, just like the Samsung Nori. So this is what it looks like. So yeah, this is it for flip phone comparison video. I know this is probably I don't know if this has been helpful. I hope it's been helpful, so you can make a more informed decision. I don't know how you can make more informed decision though, because I don't think I provided a lot of info. But really, there's not much of a difference between different Japanese flip phones. You only have to make sure it works with your carrier. And if it's important for you to have apps, you want to look at the Android version. Other than that, they're very similar. Like they have similar settings, similar functions. They're all about the same size. And I'm talking about the ones that were released past 2010, not the ones that were like Y2K, early 2000. Those are just featured phones, Gata K, that are different. So yeah, if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. If you have any questions, let me know in the comment below, and we'll see you next time. Bye.